Hey everyone, are you staring at your screen, just totally frustrated because you can't get into a shared folder on your own network? We've all been there. Well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to fix two of the most common Windows sharing problems with two incredibly simple solutions.
Does that dreaded access denied error look a little too familiar? Ugh, you know the folder is there, you know it's shared, but your PC just refuses to connect. It is a classic tech headache for sure. But don't worry, we are about to turn that frustration into a big win.
So we're going to keep this super focused. Most of these annoying access errors really just boil down to one of two different situations. We're going to identify each one and then walk you through the fix step by step.
All right, let's dive right into our first problem. This is for those times when you absolutely expect Windows to ask you for a username and password to get into a secure folder, but instead you just get an error, right? That login box is just nowhere to be found.
So here's the scene. You've done everything by the book on the main computer. You created a user, you set a strong password, you shared the folder with all the right permissions. But when you go to connect from another PC, instead of that login prompt, you get zilch. Just access denied. It's kind of like knocking on a door that doesn't even have a doorknob.
The solution here is, believe it or not, surprisingly simple. We're going to manually give your computer the key before it even tries to open the door. So, just pop open your Start menu and search for Credential Manager. Once you're in there, click on Windows Credentials, and then add a Windows credential. In this box, you'll type in the network name of the computer you're trying to reach, and then the username and password for that shared folder. It's basically like pre-authorizing the connection, and you know what? It works like a charm.
Okay, moving on to our second scenario, and this one is a really big one these days. This is what happens when you've got a mix of new and old tech on your network. Think, a brand new Windows 11 laptop trying to talk to an older machine that's maybe still running Windows 7.
Now, what's so interesting here is that this isn't really a bug, it's actually a security feature. See, modern versions of Windows have much stricter security rules by default, and they'll flat out refuse to connect to older devices that use what they think are insecure ways of logging in. So while it's designed to protect you, it can also block perfectly legitimate connections on your very own network. So to fix this, we need to get familiar with the term insecure guest logon. I know, sounds a little scary, right? But in this context, all it is a compatibility switch. By turning it on, you're just telling your modern PC, hey, look, I know this other computer is old, but I trust it. It's cool. Just relax your security rules a tiny bit so I can connect.
The tool we need for this one is called the Local Group Policy Editor. It's a really powerful control panel for all kinds of Windows settings. The fastest way to get there is to press the Windows key and the R key at the same time. That opens the run box. And then just type in gpedit.msc and hit enter.
Okay, once you're inside the editor, you've got to follow a pretty specific path. But don't worry, we've laid it all out right here. In that left-hand panel, you're just going to click your way through. Computer configuration, then administrative templates, then network, and finally, click on Landman Workstation. And here we are, the final step. In the main window, you'll see a whole list of policies. Just find the one called Enable Insecure Guest Logons. Double-click it, select the little Enabled radio button, click OK, and that is it. You've just built that compatibility bridge, and your new PC should now be able to connect to that older one without any issues. All right, let's do a super quick recap. You've just learned two incredibly effective solutions for a very, very annoying problem. And honestly, these two fixes will cover the vast majority of shared folder issues you're ever likely to run into.
So, here's the most crucial point. You have to diagnose the problem first. If your issue is a missing password prompt, your tool is the Credential Manager. But if you're getting a connection error between a new and an old PC, your fix is waiting in the Group Policy Editor. This cheat sheet right here is your key. Match the symptom to the solution and you are good to go.
So there you have it. You're now armed with two really powerful solutions, and you've basically tamed the beast of Windows networking. The next time you face a tech hurdle, you'll know you have the power to figure it out and solve it. So, what challenge are you ready to take on next? Hope this helped you out.